Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's time for another TEMU haul. This one arrived today and my family just went out to go to Dollar Tree and Plato's Closet, so I thought I'd sit down and do a video. Before I get started, in the description you'll see a link to the TEMU app if you've never downloaded it. There's also a promo code that will give you 50% off of your order and $100 worth of coupons, and those coupons can really help. Yesterday I finished the farmland game for the second time and got a $30 coupon and a $40 coupon, so that was nice, and a couple of free things coming in the mail, so I'll be glad to show that when that comes. And then also I just wanted to point out just about everything I'm wearing today is TEMU. So this green short sleeve t-shirt was a free with purchase. It's not really the right color for me, but like I said, it was free, so I got that. And then I picked up in one of my other hauls this earring and necklace set that I thought would go well with this, and it does. But then I realized I don't have a green ring, so I'm going to order a green ring, and so I'm wearing this in the meantime. And this one, I found out about this one watching Hey Everybody's channel. She got this in gold and said she got lots of compliments on it, so I got it in silver, and I haven't gotten any compliments on it yet, but this is the first time I've worn it. But yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's adjustable, and it kind of feels like, for me, like it would really easily come off. So just something to keep in mind, because this one, if I made it to where they came together, I'd maybe be able to fit it on this finger, but probably not. But it feels okay, but it could be because you can catch it. It could be easy to come off. And then I wanted to give you an update for those of you that saw in a previous video where I got the chalk crayons that go through the hair, and I tried it on myself with red and it worked okay. Well, I had two of my kids, my son and my youngest daughter, wanted it in their hair, and so last night after my son washed his hair, took a bath and washed his hair, and it dried and everything, we did it on him. And the green, I got a multicolor pack. The green worked okay, but it says it's chalk, but it really feels more like crayon. And it was torture getting it in his hair, because he was like, every time because you kind of have to pull and push hard to get it to come off. And so he still wanted it done, but it was like hurting, and it felt like it was pulling hair out. And then my husband did my daughter's today, and she wanted purple, and the purple wasn't as soft, I guess, and so it was really hard to get that to transfer into her hair. So I think, if I was going to give that a review of 1 to 5, I'd probably give it a 2. It's much easier to do your own hair because you can control if you feel like you're pulling or whatever. And then one of the crayons, the orange one, the cap on it on the end came off. It wasn't glued on anymore, and so that would make the chalk crayon come out, so you'd have to hold the end of it to get it to go through. So it was cheap, $2 maybe, but yeah, so that was my update for that. And I can't remember if I mentioned this in the last one, but I had gotten a toilet bowl, a disposable cleaner, and I in the video was trying to put it on and it kept popping off. Well, I did finally get that to work. You just had to push it together a lot harder than I was doing. So I got that to work and gonna try that out. So all right, so enough of that. I will have a link to this order in the description as well. And I thank all of you that have subscribed and that watch. I know that there's a lot better ones that you could be watching out there. And so thank you for picking mine and watching it. And for those of you that actually stay through to the end, thank you. And hopefully someday TEMU will notice me and I'll get to do like a $40 sponsored bag. But until then, This is not sponsored. I've paid for everything myself. All right, so usually I have these open so I can figure out what's in them, but this one I think is really only one order, so I think we should be good. And I've got it up on the screen over there. All right. So first, this is a collapsible mop bucket. I really don't like to mop. Well, let's face it, I don't really like to clean, but who does? Well, actually, some people do. I wish I had some of those genes, but I don't. But that being said, sorry, that's loud. I've done the spin mop over the years. I've got Norwex mops, which this will work with those. But usually I get one of those, cheap mop buckets that you can get at Walmart. And sometimes they have the ringer thing in them, but I'm lazy. So I just don't like maintaining those, and they take up a weird amount of space. And it's like, where do you keep it? Keep it in the basement, but then it's not really as easily accessible. I'm just sitting here making excuses to explain why I'm so lazy. But I saw this one, and because it's collapsible, I thought it would be easier to store where I store the rest of my cleaning things. I have a pegboard in my kitchen where I have my cleaning things, so I thought that I could maybe hang this on there. But it's collapsible, and let's see how big it gets. The handle feels a little flimsy, but I mean, it's a pretty good size. And like I said, I used to sell Norwex, and if any of you have the Norwex mop pads, they would definitely fit in this to get them wet with just water in Norwex case. But if you don't use Norwex, or you don't like the fact that you can clean with just water, like you saw in maybe one of my other videos, I got some of those disintegrating mop sheets that you put in the water to add the cleaner, because I also don't like buying mop solution or whatever, because they come in those big bottles, and I really don't mop very much. But I also got this hoping that I can use it with that electric scrubber brush that has the telescoping handle. So, but yeah, so then when I'm not using this, and it looks like it's got a nice little pour spout when you're done, but when I'm not using this, my hope is to keep it collapsed on that pegboard. But it's a pretty color. It's kind of Nordic colors, so it's kind of like a minty green. And this, see how much this cost. This was $10.48, and it was partially refunded. So for those of you that are new to TEMU, whenever you place an order, you can go back into your orders on a daily basis, or even multiple times a day, and look to see if you can request a price adjustment. Because anytime the price goes down, they'll give you the difference, so that you're not regretting having purchased something before it went on sale or whatever. And so you can do that for 30 days, and I get a lot of money back that way. So I check it every day. So this it's kind of a repeat buy for me. I bought a shirt like this in the same cut, but not the same design, but the same style. So this one's just a black center with leopard print, black and white leopard print, and then a gray, and the sleeves flare. This one though is a straight bottom. I guess the one that I had before, it was kind of my 4th of July shirt. It kind of had it kind of flared at the bottom and whatnot, but this one's just straight. And unfortunately, I discovered today that I've bought this one twice now. So this is the first time I'm getting it, but it is on a future order. So hopefully one of my daughters has similar taste to me. It'll be a little bit too big for her, but hopefully she'll wear the second one, because I haven't ever returned anything to TEMU, but I guess I could. But anyway, it's polyester, but it feels a little bit more cottony than some of their items. Let's just see what the blend is on this. Oh, this one's 100% polyester, and the sleeves feel slicker than the black part. But yeah, and they've got, if you guys like to match up your shoes, they've got shoes with this kind of pattern on it, which I thought would be really cute, but I haven't ordered that yet. And this was $8.99. Oh, this is a necklace. Okay, I thought this was one of the, I think, yeah, I've got some clips in there. I'll get to it in just a second. So this is a necklace. Oversized heart, silver heart. Fashion jewelry. But it comes on a cord, a black cord. And you can just see it's just a huge heart. I'm not big into, or I haven't in the past been big into big jewelry, but and you got to tie it together. But I thought this might go well with that shirt I just showed you that's all black in the center, because this would give it a little bit of pop of color. But yeah, so I like that. So this is I have several things of jewelry in this order, but where is this one? Oh, there it is, $2.08. It would also look good on, well, it would look good on any solid color. It doesn't look like it would work really with a V-neck, but all right. These are the clips that I was thinking that other one was. So these are like scarf ties, but I got them with the idea of like cinching, you know, a shirt up. So that it's a set of 5 and it's different colored metals. So this is like a gold. This one's either black or gunmetal. And actually this is more of a matte gold, because one of these two is regular gold. And I think one of them, it's hard to tell in this light. I think this is the gold one, or no, I should be looking. This is silver, this is matte silver, and this is regular gold and matte gold, and then black. So that way you could use it for scarves, or you could use it to cinch up shirts. Some people, the kids, do it in the back of their shirt a lot of times. But I remember when we first started doing this in the late 80s, how we do it in the front on the side. So yep, so I got those, and that set of 5 was $2.65. Next, I think this is a dress for me. None of my kids have asked for dresses yet. I've given them each their school clothes money, but of course dresses don't really, here's a belt. Dresses don't really go for school. This feels like, I'm sure it's polyester, but this feels more like a linen. It's not very soft. So it's more of a coarse, not coarse, but it's just not a soft polyester. But it's a simple black dress that's got flowers. This really reminds me a lot of the kind of thing that my mom used to wear in the early 80s, mid 80s, where she'd have a black or a navy dress and it would have all these pretty bright flowers on it. But this is kind of an A-line style dress, and then you cinch it with the belt. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I think that's really pretty. So yeah, so this was $13.49. So they have really good prices on, I mean, you could wear this to a wedding, and you'd look really nice with, you know, for less than 15 bucks. Cannot complain about that. All right, next is a flexible mirror for when, and it's LED, and then it's also like zoom in kind of mirror. Flexible, so I'm guessing, I think that this was one that I felt like I would be able to suction cup to the mirror in my bathroom, and then kind of move it around. Ooh, kind of move it around. Assembly required. I tell you what, when my kids or my husband ever find this channel, they are gonna get some good laughs out of this. Okay, so it is suction cup here, and then this. Okay, well, this, whoever drilled this, it's got a lot of debris still in there, so I think I can, yeah, I could just pull that out. So then you screw this in, and then righty-tighty. Okay, well, oh, there it goes. It's like we've seen, I'm never very good at the assembly for these things. Okay, so that's stuck. So then this moves all around, and then this takes batteries, 3 AAA or 1.5 volts, as I've seen on a lot of, or 7, size 7. So I don't know if that's an Asian sizing. But then it's got the light here, and you can see it's got the LED around. And then I'm trying to tell if you can see that it's magnifying, because it's a 10 times. So I'm kind of trying to get without getting a glare. So then this would go in here, and I think you'd probably have to push it pretty hard so that it snaps, because these have kind of grips on the end of them. I'm not going to do that now just because I stink at that on camera, and I'll probably give it to my husband to put together. But you can kind of see that there's, I mean, this is, how much did this cost? This was $8.49, but you can see it's, you know, it's a thin metal. It's mostly plastic, but you can see kind of the ridges or the ripples and the metal on the outside. But I think this will still work great once I get all the, oh, there I am. Let's do this so we can see and see and see. But I think this will work great in the bathroom. I was originally going to put, if you saw in a different video, I had those light strands that you can put around your mirror, and I decided I was going to do something different than that. So that way I can use this one in the bathroom. But then I've got some other things in this bag that I'm going to show you that'll explain how I'm going to use the other lights. But until I get to that, this is a hanging bag organizer for purses. So I've been buying purses and straps, but I don't really have anywhere to put them. So right now they've all been sitting in a TEMU box, waiting to have a home. But then this, very much like, you know, the shoe bags, and you could use this for things other than purses. It's just, this one is for purses, but you could put shoes in these, or hats, or whatever. But it says there's 8 pockets on this one. And there's 4 on each side, and then you just hang it in your closet or wherever you want to hang it. And then if you get, you know, a lot of the purses come with duster bags, so you could put them in the duster bag and then stick them in this. But this material is a lot like a duster bag. So yeah, so now I've got, finally can put away my purses. I actually used my buttery bag today. Actually, I should say it's just a buttery bag because, hey everybody, which I watch her all the time. My family is literally going through every one of her videos in order. But she got a buttery bag, but hers was like really leathery, and mine was like, you know, one step down. So I should really only call it a buttery bag. But I used it for the first time today with one of my straps that I got that kind of had this color in it somewhere, and I was like, oh, fun. But I forgot to take my bag hook, because we went out to a restaurant and I was like, oh, why didn't I bring my bag hook so I could put it on the table and then hang my purse from it? So I got to remember to stick that in the purse. But yeah, so this was $3.59. I'll tell you what, my family, it sounds crazy maybe, but my family watches Hey Everybody like it's a sitcom. I mean, she's hilarious and we enjoy watching her. She's a cat. Well, she has a cat and a dog. And we recently got through the episode where she lost one of her cats died. So that was sad, but she's so great to watch. So my channel subscribes to her channel, so you know, if you ever want to check her out, she's worth the watch. Okay, so the next here, I'm sitting here not telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm opening a necklace, and this one's, I liked this one because you can see it's an infinity with a cross. And so, you know, depending on how tight you want it, this kind of looks like it's going to look like this on me because this is a really short chain for me, and you can see there's no it's at its full. So I kind of expect that this won't have quite the look I was hoping for me, because I'd really rather it be like this, you know, so you can see the heart or the cross hanging down. But it's still a cute necklace. And this one, go back up. This one was 94 cents. So my son wants to be a YouTuber when he gets older. So he gets a crack out of, I mean, he watches a lot of stuff, but he gets a crack out of watching Hey Everybody's channel because she's so real, and she claims she's not like that in real life, but she's a character. All right, so next is another necklace. Well, this is a necklace and earring combo. And so the earrings, which do have plastic backs. Oh, you can't see that because part of it is pearlescent or opal, and the other part I think is black. But they're studs. And oh, this one's actually got a metal back with a plastic or rubber back on the back of it. So that's kind of nice. You don't get metal backs very often. But yeah, you can see the top part is kind of a black pearl or regular pearl, and the bottom part's kind of a black pearly kind of look too. So you get the earrings, and then here's the necklace. Oh, this has a really short chain too, but it's kind of tangled up here, but I could make this longer. Sorry. And I thought this would look really good with that shirt I showed you earlier that had the black with the leopard, the black and white leopard print, because it's all these same colors. But I'm not showing this very well. This comes in a variety of colors, combinations. So there's one that's kind of like a rose gold and gold version, which is also really pretty. But this set was $3.79. And it's nice that it came, this one came wrapped a little bit nicer. So, and actually, you know, with the fact that it's got the metal backs, which is really unusual, makes that a pretty good quality set. So I'm excited to wear the shirt that I loved so much. I bought it twice. How many of you do that? I know I've talked about that before on this channel where I've accidentally bought things twice, and it is so frustrating. I mean, some things you don't mind having two of, but like a pair of pants, that'd be okay to have two of, right? But a shirt, I mean, the only time I've ever done that before is I got a shirt in two different sizes, and both sizes kind of fit, so I kept them. But yeah, I wouldn't normally do that. All right, so this is another t-shirt, and this one feels like a t-shirt, but you can also tell it's stretchy. You can tell it's got polyester spandex mix probably, or that elastine, whatever that is. But this is cute. It's got a cute neckline that hopefully doesn't reveal too much. Too much. And this is, or what cost, $9.49. And let's see what it's made out of. But it really does feel like a cottony shirt. So 95% polyester and 5% spandex. So you kind of, as you buy more things, you can kind of guess at what the, but this one, I wish that more of the polyester things felt soft like this. But, and that shirt would also go with the jewelry that I've already bought in this order. All right, so I was telling you that I got the light strand to go around the mirror in the bathroom. Well, then I got to thinking, I feel like the strand is bigger than my mirror because I've got a pretty small mirror in our master bath. And so I started thinking about, what if I did some kind of configuration on the wall next to my bed? Because I don't have any, I've got one shelf that I have like where I charge my phone and stuff. But the rest of the wall, I mean, I've got some command hooks up right now to hold coats and stuff, but I'm going to take those down. And I bought these mirror packs, which thankfully they didn't come bent. I was kind of worried about that, you know, with the way, if you guys saw one of my other hauls, I got some labels and they came pretty bent up, but this is not, so that's great. But these you can stick to the wall to create a mirror. So I thought, well, I'll create the mirror on the wall and then I'll put the lights around that mirror. And these obviously have a film on them. And so hopefully when I take the film off, it will actually work as a mirror, because this does not. This would be like a Six Flags funny house mirror. And then you would peel off the back of this to stick it to the wall. So if you've got sandy walls, which mine are kind of sandy, then I'll have to see how that works. And it may be, I've got some adhesive strips that are kind of, I showed them on another haul, but they're not like tape, you know how tape is wiggly and stuff. They're thicker than that. So I may need to use that to stick these on the wall so that they don't get that sandy texture to come through on this. But there's a set of 9 here, so I just figured I'm going to put 333, and it was $331. And then, like I said, I'll put the lights around this, and then I got somewhere in here are some jewelry hangers that I thought I'd put nearby, and then I could just use that as kind of my jewelry station where I could put my jewelry on in the morning before I get ready. And I also thought I might get like a couple little shelves to go under the mirror, so that if I wanted to put perfume or a little makeup thing, if I want to do my lipstick or something in there instead of in the bathroom, I can. But yeah, I hope that works out like I'm dreaming, but I'll have to let you know. Or maybe if I can figure out how to post pictures in these, I'll do that. This is another necklace. So I like I said, I had several necklaces in this set, but I was trying to find things that would look good on black, since that shirt that I got has so much black. But this one is really pretty. It's got a plastic kind of spacer right here, so I think that means that you could adjust this to come farther down or go up a little farther. But it's just got the 3 flowers all bedazzled, and it looks like all of the gems are actually on there. I've gotten a few things before where it's missing a gem, and that just really stinks. But this was $236. But yeah, I thought this would be, you know, a nice long, you know, for all that kind of dead black space. But yeah, I like that. Looks like there's at least one more necklace in here somewhere. All right. Oh, so well, they always put have you ever noticed the sticker is always in the spot? Like, why isn't the sticker on the back? Oh, the things I complain about. First world problems, I know. So this is, like if you're wearing a cardigan or a sweater, this will help kind of hold it together without keeping it closed. And it's just got, it's kind of like the, like when you were a little kid and you clip your gloves to your coat. That's kind of what kind of clip this is, which I don't know. Why do I ever try to open and do things on camera? Okay. So you can see it's got teeth, and you'd clip your cardigan or sweater there, and then you'd close it. And this came in all different designs in both silver and gold, and I'm sure you could even find like black and stuff. But I thought this was really cute. I, in the winter, can wear a lot of cardigans, and I like the idea of not having to constantly keep pulling it together. But this cost $177. So yeah, and hopefully yep, it looks like all of those rhinestones are there. I'm really glad I got the mop because it's holding all of this stuff pretty well. All right, I think this is another dress. And that's the other thing. When I was heavier, I didn't ever wear dresses. But now that the Mounjaro is kind of helping me out there, helping me most importantly with the diabetes management, but nice side effect is losing weight. So I'm not complaining. So I've been buying more dresses, starting to feel a little bit more comfortable in my skin, which is nice. So this one is, yeah, this is the front. So it's, you know, a lot of black, solid black front, but then it's got the white pattern on the sleeves. And this is kind of an A-line like that other, but then the whole back has got the design. And this is kind of a, it's shorter in the front than the back, but it's not quite maxi length. So I'm hoping it's kind of mid-calf length, which I think the other one that I showed earlier was too. So this is another reason why I got some of that jewelry, because this is pretty plain, but it does come with a belt to give it a pop of color there in the middle. So this one is really similar. I don't think it was the exact same style as the other dress, but it's very similar cut. So yeah. So, and once again, I have my theme of black. Slimming, goes with everything, can wear anywhere. So, and that dress was $11.69. All right, so now we're getting into the jewelry. Okay, I may have to get another one of these because this is another example of something that is smaller than I expected it to be, but that's okay. While I'm trying to open it, let's see what this cost. So this was $3.12. So I got a message today from TEMU, a text message saying they missed me, and I'm like, what do you mean you missed me? I buy something from you like every other day because I've got coupons and stuff, but you know, they send out multiple text messages a day trying to get you to buy even more, and sometimes it works. But today it was going to be get 3 items for $10. Well, you're getting like $2, you know, it's like $2 items that they've marked up, but this was one of the items. But I was good and I did not succumb to their marketing ploy. But it's got these 3 different, there's 3 sets of these 3. So 3 of each one. And let me see if I can figure out, you probably all know. So this one is for earrings. This one is for rings, 6 rings. I've been buying too many rings, but I have those ring sorter things. But yeah, this is for rings, but you could see you could easily put necklaces on this too. But this one is specifically for necklaces, and you can do 12 necklaces on this. So again, three of each of these, and this is a lot. I mean, you can put a lot of earrings. So it's really only the ring one that you're not getting very much, but maybe you can put multiple rings on each one. But anyway, this is what I'm planning to put around or next to my mirror section. So that way, if the mirrors work, I'll be able to, you know, look and put on my jewelry. And I had talked in a previous video about maybe taking some of these plastic bags and like figuring out what jewelry went with each outfit and then putting this on the hanger. But I think ultimately, because I've got so many that wouldn't get matched up, I thought I would do this. So you get these, and then you also get double-sided mounting tape. And, you know, obviously you don't know what that is, so I felt like I had to take it out of the bag. But it's got enough of these strips to put on. These would probably not, I mean, these might take the finish off of your wall, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to tell what the difference is unless the packaging actually says, but this would be really easy to install. All right, and so I think I told you guys what this price was already. $312. So yeah, so like I said, now that I've been buying tons of jewelry on TEMU because it's so cheap and pretty, so now I can start organizing it a little bit better than I have been. All right, next is a hat. I have a big head, so it's hard for me to find hats, even if they're adjustable. There's just something about, something about my head, and this I thought maybe would finally be the key, but it's, you know, bandana, so I can tie these ends around. So it's really like taking the idea of the bandana, but just putting a hat bill on it. Is that called a hat bill? I don't know, but I liked this color. This came in lots of different colors, and this is kind of a corally red color. But this was $246. Retro tie-dye printed bandana cap. But yeah, ever since we went on vacation and I was trying to find a hat to wear in the pool so that I wouldn't, because I'm really pale and I didn't want to get burned. I keep trying to buy hats, but they're like, they just don't sit right. So hopefully this solves that problem, but I'll let you guys know. All right, it looks like maybe we have 3 things left until I jiggle the bag around and maybe something else falls out. But this, oh, so I got this for my office. So I've got can lights, and this basement, we've only got, when we bought it, it came with 4 can lights in the part of the basement that's finished, and they weren't done very well, and so I ended up, my dad suggested I get some extenders to pull the light down a little bit so it wasn't, you know, so far into the wall or into the ceiling, but it's still kind of dark. But then, you know, I found these and I thought, well, maybe this will help get the light out more, and you can kind of angle these, you know, if there's certain directions you want the light to shine more. But then because I've got those extenders, it should really hang down more. So then I'm imagining I'll have it probably more like this. But this is not one that is also a fan. They do have ones on TEMU that also have a fan in them, but that's not what this one is. But this one is an LED fan blade timing lamp. I don't know what the timing part means, but some of their lights come with remotes, and there's no remote with this one. So I'm assuming it'll just be on and off with the switch. But yeah, so I'm hoping, I don't know how long it'll take me to actually, and you can't see it, but it's kind of right there. But yeah, it kind of gets dark down here sometimes, and I have other lights in here to try to help me out. But if this works, then I'll probably get one of these for each. I think there's 2 of these. Well, maybe only one in my daughter's bedroom over there, and then another daughter has a bedroom that direction, and my husband's game room is right next to this. We have this area kind of like in our basement. There's an actual bedroom right here, but then there's this huge long family room that we've cut into 3 pieces with curtains, magnets and curtains, because you can kind of see back there. But we have that going in between here. So my husband has a game room, and then my other daughter has her bedroom. And so she could use one of these too, or both of them could. So hopefully this works like I was hoping. And this was $254. So not a bad price to see if it'll work. And if it doesn't, it'll work upstairs, or maybe even I've got a lamp right there that's kind of old style, and it might work on that too. All right, so next is another necklace. Again, silver, because silver's always my first choice. Let's see if you can kind of see. The bottom is just silver, but the top has got, you know, a little bit of a resin design. Just kind of I think it's trying to kind of give you the idea of rock or quartz or something, but, oh, stop shaking. And then at the bottom is just like a gray pearl. But this one's got a little bit longer of a chain, so that's nice. And this cost $189. So it says it's a creative retro long pendant inlaid faux pearl. So I suppose that's probably this part at the bottom. So I'm not sure, they're just calling this retro, I guess. But it's cute, and it would definitely add some color to somewhere where you got a lot of black. All right. So I think we're down to the last thing, which my daughter is like super excited that I got, because it's more hair extensions. Just about all of the blonde hair extensions I got in another video, the ones that were bangs with 2 little strips, or the ones that were side bangs, or the ones that were like side bangs, all of those were a flop with the girls. They weren't quite the right color of blonde, and the side bangs that I got for my daughter that wants side bangs, they were the wrong side. So she parts her hair the other way, so those didn't work. So they'll probably just go in a bucket for Halloween disguises. But this, I got in one of my other hauls, I got red. So this one is purple. And these work pretty well. I did try the red one. And I'm just going to take one of these out. I think there's 10, but they've got the clip, which if you've never used these before, like I was a newbie, they just snap in and out. So you would pull some of your hair up, clip this underneath so that nobody can see the clip, and you can see it's super long. But you could just cut it to the same length as your hair. Supposedly you can curl these too, but that kind of makes me nervous since it's synthetic. I'd be afraid of it melting in your curling iron, but they say you can do it. But this set of 10 was $379. And it called this light purple, which I realize in this video it looks like royal blue. It is purple, but it's not light purple. It's not royal purple either, but it's not light purple. Like this looked like it was going to meld pretty well with gray because I have a lot of gray. So that's why I picked this color. But no, this is a little bit darker than that. And it looks like in the picture it was supposed to be more of an ombre look, and this is, it looks to me like it's the same color on both ends. But that's okay. I mean, it'll get some purple on there. Yeah, and you can reuse them if you take care of them. So, and they'll be great for like spirit days in school for my kids, you know, or wacky hair day. It would be really good for those. But that was $3.79, and I think that was it. So yeah, there's nothing else in there. So now I can tell my family they're safe to come home. That's, you know, they're just out shopping, so they could care less if I'm done or not. But thank you for watching. This ended up being a little bit longer than I thought too. We're at 45 minutes, but if you stayed all the way to the end, thank you. Please like and subscribe so I can get noticed by Temu. And even if I can only do a small little sponsored haul, I think that'd be super fun. I've got some ideas of what I'd specifically like to do in that. So I'm like holding off on buying some of those items until I can someday get noticed by Temu and get to do one of those. And it's funny, one time I was talking to somebody in customer support, and it wasn't about my recent issue with the lost packages. It was about something. Oh, I accidentally forgot to pick out a free gift with purchase before I actually placed the order. And so I went to support and I was like, is there any way I can still add this in? And no, there wasn't, but they gave me a coupon for my trouble. So they're always really good about giving you stuff even if you really don't deserve it. They really want to have good customer service, and they do. But they always at the end of it ask you, is there anything else I can help you with? And I was like, well, do you have any way that you can get me on the list to be sponsored by Temu? And she's like, no, I don't handle that. And I was like, I know, I didn't figure you did, but yeah, someday I'd like to have a sponsored video, even if I know some people get, you know, to order hundreds of dollars worth of stuff each month, and I'd be fine with 40. But that's probably way down the road, but that's okay. I still have 17 more packages. Nope, I lied, because I've placed 2 orders since then. So I have 19 more packages to come. And just so you know, I pay off my credit cards every month. So I'm not, it seems like I'm spending a lot of money on here, but I'm really using a lot of free money that they give you with coupons and stuff. But yeah, and if I have a coupon that I want to use, but I don't necessarily have money in my allowance for that, then I think about birthdays that are coming up or Christmas or whatever. And I'm like, well, I know I'm going to want to buy this for Christmas, and so I'll just buy it now. So yeah, so try not to worry too much, although I am addicted and I probably need to be in a help group. There's probably a lot of us that could form a help group on Temu. But here I've been blathering now for another 3 minutes, but thank you. Please like and subscribe. Check out my Temu app, link in the description. Take advantage of my promo code, and there will be a link to this order so that if there's anything that you saw that you liked, you can get more information on it. But otherwise, thanks. Have a great day. And until next time.